So about 3 minutes in on Conconully here, Jerrod Gibbons and the guys from the Youth Outdoors. We got a couple fish on. Okay. Looks like we're 1 for 2 out of that action there. So Jerrod, 100 feet off the launch, is that about right? 200?
Yeah, 200.
200 feet off the launch.
Long run this morning.
Long run out. It's hard to get out here and set up.
Exactly.
And that's our first fish of the day.
Couldn't even get all the lines out, but we'll run a little garlic so far on that one. We're going to run some kokanee and some Carolinas as well.
Nice. So hopefully we can keep enough lines in the water to get off the lake before this afternoon, huh?
Oh yeah. Okay. See if we can get some lines back in the water.
Didn't even know we had them all out yet.
We did. No,
I wasn't in fishing mode quite yet. I'm still looking up on the hills for deer.
I know, huh? Someone grab it.
Real.
Go there. All right. A little rainbow. Right tip up. There we go. Cool thing about Conconully, you get a mixed bag of rainbows, and these rainbows cut really nice.
Probably real red meat, huh?
They are really red meated fish. So beautiful fish.
Some good feeding here for them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. A lot of shrimp.
Nice fish, Sarah. What's the limit on rainbows, Jerrod?
It's a combined limit of 5.
Haley, that's 0 for 2.
I know. The first one was his fault. He moved it.
What do you say about that, Dad?
Yeah, poor sport. Poor sport.
Not even sabotage.
Hey, it's all fair in love and war, and Dad can cheat. You're not going to beat me this time fishing.
Well, starting the day off with a couple rainbow. Gotta go a little deeper for him.
You got that one in.
Yeah, 3rd time's a charm.
Right there, left and right. Miss. Back left and right. Good, forward, straight up. No, real. You gotta catch up to it. There you go.
Oh, looks like we got a double.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
It's hydroplaning.
Go ahead and shake that if you want. Shake. Go ahead and pull some line out. There's a kokanee.
Oh, nice fish. Spicy.
Right tip up. Up. All right. That'll work. That's a nice beefy. Oh yes.
Nice fish, Haley.
Thank you. I'm 1 up on you, Dad.
We're having a pretty nice morning out here, Jerrod.
We are. I can fight him on that side over there.
Okay. Oh, a little meat on that one.
Nice chunk right there.
Yeah. So, looks like you got a shaker wing on there.
Yeah, these are our new shaker wings. Our UV series. This is our pink crush. It's been really producing for us. In front of our pink holographic coochies there. We call them the eliminators.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of luck over the last couple years with your eliminators.
They're a great setup. I mean, pink. Oh, back rod. Yep.
Oh, we better.
There you go. Someone grab it. There you go. Oh.
Come on, ladies.
There we go. I'll throw this one up there. That's a nice chunky one.
So it's been steady all morning. We go maybe 5 minutes in between bites. It's been singles and doubles. A good mix of rainbows and kokanee. Nice sized fish here on the Conconully Reservoir. Oh, there's a nice one.
Another nice kokanee. Nice work.
Some nice meat on them. Very chunky fish.
Beautiful, beautiful fish.
When's this reservoir open up, Jerrod?
It's a general season opener, so this opened on the 21st of April this year.
Okay.
Yep. And it'll last all the way through October, to the end of October, I believe.
Nice.
When general season closes.
And you fish both the reservoir and there's a lower lake as well.
Yeah, lower lake. I mean, you can do a mixed bag. Every year it differs from the lower lake being better fish and the upper lake being better fish. So just keep rotating and see which one we're at. And so
nice.
We're just happen to be on the upper lake today.
Great.
That one on there? Yep.
No, crap. I know.
I mean, that's why we have a big case of corn here.
Yeah.
We don't usually run out of bait. You know, they're just soft-mouthed fish. I mean, you're going to lose a lot of fish. It's just the way it is.
So
simple.
That means soft mouth means that they shake that hook out, right?
Yep. No, it'll just rip right out of their mouth. I mean, try reeling slow, reel them fast. I mean, it is what it is. You're going to lose fish.
So everybody at home fishing for kokanee, don't feel bad when you're only getting half the fish of the boat. All right, guys, we're out here on the Conconully Reservoir with Jerrod Gibbons of Okanagan Valley Guide Service. We're fishing for kokanee, some nice rainbows. And today, Mike Sandman's joining us with his daughter, Haley. And Mike's coming to us because he attended a charity auction for Youth Outdoors Unlimited. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about Youth Outdoors Unlimited? You got a history with those guys.
I do, yeah. So Youth Outdoors was started in Moses Lake, Washington about 7 years ago. A group of people got together and they had this idea that they wanted to take children that are disabled and or have life-threatening illnesses on fishing and hunting adventures. And so they got together and they formed Youth Outdoors. And I went to my very first banquet the first year and just fell in love with the organization and what it represents and what it's about. You know, and I ultimately became a board member. I'm no longer a board member. I got off this past year, but I've been to every banquet and been to others. It started in Moses Lake, and now there's banquets in There's one banquet in Western Washington. There's one in Yakima, Washington. The Tri-Cities has one as well. And of course, Moses Lake and Spokane recently had their first show. It's for me, I personally got involved not just for the kids. The kids are, you'll never meet a stronger person than these kids, and a lot of them don't even realize that they have a disability, or they may have only a short amount of time left.
They don't let it hold them back.
They do not let them hold it back, and it's very inspirational. But for me as a parent, that's what kind of hooked me, is when, you know, what makes it such a unique, when you go to these banquets, it's you first of all, as a donor and somebody that's bidding and things, and you actually see where your money's going. Right? And these kids come back, we present them with their taxidermy mounts. There's a lot of, you know, it's just a great night. And but for me, it was actually watching the parents. And you can just see the gratitude that they have and the struggles that they have. And that's what kind of got my wife and I into it. And I've been fortunate enough to actually guide a couple of hunters over the years.
Very cool.
And in the Colfax area. And it's just a great organization to be a part of. And this trip, there's a fish on back here.
No, don't mind me.
Go for it.
We got important stuff we're talking about here. We can stop catching fish.
Keep rolling.
You know, and And a lot of the outfitters, like Jerrod with Okanagan Valley Guide Service, they'll donate these trips to these banquets. And I had never been kokanee fishing before, and I thought, heck, I'm going to try it. And my daughter's going to get married here in September, and this trying to do one last father-daughter adventure before she runs off and gets married here in September. So.
Well, and congratulations, Haley, on that.
Thank you.
And Mike, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being out here today, for sharing about Youth Outdoors Unlimited, and of course, Jerrod Gibbons. You know, we wouldn't be here without your donation and support of their organization. And Northwest Fishing Reports has made a commitment to support this organization because, as Mike said, you can see the work that they're doing in the faces of the family and the kids there. We'll have more information about Youth Outdoors Unlimited on the website, or you can check them out on Facebook. Anyway, thanks for being out here.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're trolling back down. What do we got north and south here? We'll talk about that after we get some fish here. Mike?
No, keep going.
Huh?
You got it.
Jerry, why don't you catch one?
You want me to get one?
So, I don't know which way we're going, but we're going up and down the banks. The launch is there, so we're really 100 feet off the launch. And it's nice access. Flat water. Oh!
Woo. Get a close up of that lure, did you?
Yeah.
Gone.
See, even the guy loses fish.
That's right, Mike.
When they try to swing them in the boat, right?
Yeah.
What's a good trolling speed here, Jerrod?
You know, about 1.1, 1.2.
And what's the depth of this reservoir in general?
It'll get deep further down lake, probably about 130 feet.
Okay.
Right now we're in the shallowest part of the lake. For some reason, and then it'll drop down into about another 100 foot of water at the other end of the lake here.
And do you find fish all the way down in the 80, 60, 80 feet area, or mostly top 50?
Later, as it warms up, later into June and July, you know, we'll be starting catching them down, you know, 50, 60, 70 feet. You know, big thing I tell a lot of people is just trust your electronics. I mean, they're there for a reason. These kokanee show up really well on the graph. So go down and just put it, you know, 3 to 5 feet above them and you're good to go.
Oh, that's a fat one.
That's a chunk right there.
Look at that.
That's a good one.
That is a great fish.
Good thing you were reeling that in, not my dad. He'd probably lose it.
Giving you a hard time today, aren't we?
Love that.
It's a good thing I netted it and not my daughter.
Get him. Back rod, get him.
Oh, we're doubling, tripling. This one's got some heft to it. Oh,
King.
It's a king. Sweet. There you go, grab that. As I say, we found the kokanee.
oh, geez, I'd say. And they are chunky.
They're just chunky fish.
That's a cool sight. Look at the mountain on the water.
I took a picture.
There's worse places to be.
So, Jerrod, can you tell guys at home that you've got a kokanee setup here that's been very successful on this lake, and you use the same setup on Palmer, on Chelan, on any of the area when you're targeting kokanee, and you still catch some rainbows with the same stuff. Let us know what you got going here.
This here is a standard, what we call eliminator setup. I tied these just a hair different with the back rod going off right now.
It's hard.
There we go.
You know, Jerrod, it's always a challenge to
it is, isn't it?
to film with you because we catch fish all the time. Let's net this fish and we'll get back to that tackle talk.
But that'll work. Let's turn around and get right back into those kokanee. Let me turn the boat around.
These tight turns, we're going a mile an hour or so.
Back rod, go ahead, get him.
And we seem to hook one every time we make a turn. This is the same setup we were just looking at.
Yeah, same setup. It's a pink eliminator right there. The only difference is I tied them with 2 singles. The way they come stock through buying them, we tie them with the treble hook. And it's a lot of personal preference. When I fish for sockeye, I will use the same thing and I'll tie it with the treble hook. A lot of people like the single hooks. It's just really how they like it. Sure. And then there's our new UV, that's our pink crush. These are just recently now on the market. They still haven't hit stores, but they're going to be coming out here really soon. Okay. And so it's good stuff. I mean, it's working. It's working really well.
And then how much leader do we got here?
We do about a 12-inch leader, 12 to 13-inch leader.
To a flasher, the flasher goes direct.
Direct, yep.
On the main line.
Yep.
So that's Tackle Talk with Jerrod Gibbons.
There you go. Got to dip it in your super dipping sauce, of course.
Oh, and a little bit of corn.
Oh, a little bit of corn. Tip it with your corn. We've been using the garlic dipping sauce today and the krill and the krill anise. Been doing really well.
Excellent.
All right.
Jerrod and I were just talking. This is a great trip for a family to fit everybody.
It just came off.
I know, I saw it.
So if you're
Sincere dad.
Tough luck, kid.
We're using shoe peg corn. It has a couple tablespoons of the orange Potski cure in it there. Mix that up, stir it up, make sure it's all good to go. And then, you know, that's a garlic, so I just only take a tablespoon of the garlic, mix in there, let it sit and marinate, and it seems to be working real good. You know, I strain all the water out of the shoe peg corn, put it in there. And then with it being soupy like that, I like just a little bit of soup in there, maybe add just a little more garlic dipping sauce inside of it.
So it's garlic dipping sauce you're putting in there?
Yeah, exactly, along with the colored orange cure.
Gotcha.
And so that works real good. And then also I just go with the straight shoe peg corn.
Right.
And just put plain Jane on there, corn, and then I'll put it in. You know, today's the krill or the krill anise has always been really good.
So you can change your scents.
Exactly. I just never sell out, even though like the garlic's been working really good consistently. You guys saw that, you know, the krill and the krill anise were working a lot better there for just a second.
Right.
And fish on. There we go. That one's on the garlic. Perfect.
We're working on our last 2 fish for the boat limit. A couple hours into this. Mike, you gonna get it done for us?
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, that's a monster. Don't lose it, okay? Just keep real. Don't lose it. Okay, right to lip. Now that's a good fatty one right there, bud.
Thank you.
Great fish.
My fish is so big they're gonna bonk it, Haley.
I just don't want to hook.
You could have went with it.
I know.
You got one?
Yeah. Jerrod, we're trying to finish. Oh! Here's a nice one.
It was a beauty.
That was a beauty fish. We need one more to finish up. Were you saying it was about 50-50 garlic, and then the other half has been the anise fish?
The krill.
The krill.
Krill and krill anise. Yep.
Got it.
So never sell out. Some days, you know, krill turns on, but you know, just have a mixed bag out there, and you'll get your fish.
Oh, we sure are today.
There you go. Long run all the way back to the dock.
Well, it's a good day out there, Jerrod.
It was a good day. Lots of fish, lots of action. Good fun.
We're done in time for the pancake house.
You can't do the pancakes. Biscuits and gravy, a little bit of everything.
So Jerrod, you're fishing not just Conconully, but some other lakes in the area through till June or so, you're saying?
All the way through June. Definitely come July, we'll be chasing the sockeye and the summer chinook down out of Brewster, so that's where we'll be.
To do a trip for Kokanee with you, they can call you. check you out on the website.
Get a hold of me on Facebook either way, Okanagan Valley Guide Service.com, or through Facebook, any one of those. Give me a holler or anything.
And it's 4 or 5 people?
Yeah, 4 or 5 people. You know, we fish 5 today very comfortably. You know, the nice small lakes like this, the wind usually doesn't come up at all. It's very kid friendly, and people love this.
Oh yeah, I know Hillary and Sarah and Mike and Haley, they had a blast out there, and so did I. Hey, thanks for having me out, Jerrod. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Bugs Bunny cartoons.